Hi everyone. Welcome to It's Up to You Really, the first ever long form actual play of Patchwork World, a Powered by the Apocalypse game by Aaron King. My name is Eclipse. My pronouns are she, they, and I'll be acting as the game master. Uh, let's go. I mean, any order. Who wants to go first?
I can go. My name is Jin. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Beast. Who is he, they?
Uh, I'm fine. I'm playing Sad, and welcome to It's Up to You Really, the first action play that's been sponsored by Disney to have Flubber.
There's Fluffer in it now.
Hi, I'm Audiovore, he, they pronouns. I'm playing Dog Detective, is he, him pronouns. And Flubber is canon, and it's up to you really now. You heard it here first, folks.
Awesome.
I'm Jacqueline, she and her, and I'm playing March September Ward, also she and her, and I do not like to eat flubber, but my castmates make me.
Damn. Okay. We're gonna do quickly because we forgot to last time. End of session for last session. Um, So yeah, if folks want to go over what XP they gain from that.
I don't think I completed any of the goals. Well, no, maybe I completed the second one.
Did you progress on any?
No, I don't think so. I just meant I don't think so. No.
Okay, well, I guess you don't get XP for that. Do you think that you what was the moral order thing? Hang on, sorry, I got a couple of things I'm juggling here. Do you think that you held to your morals despite it making things harder or more dangerous?
I think so. Maybe.
Okay, so you get 2 XP total.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just leveled up.
Oh, nice. So yeah, you can take an advancement too.
Oh, how does that work?
So hang on, let me make sure I'm in the right play materials. Okay. Advancement works. There's a move for it. It is here. When your advancement track fills, erase it and choose one. You gain a new move, gain a race or erase a personal tag, add a new goal to a maximum of 3, or abase yourself, gaining forgiveness from someone you've wronged. So you can think on that. Does anyone have their XP?
Um, yeah, so we get 1 from the session,
Yes.
and I feel like Beast grew closer to growth in the last session.
Yeah, I definitely say so.
That's part of the goal.
Do you think that Beast did the moral order thing, the holding to your morals despite it making harder or more dangerous?
I feel like he did.
Cool, so that's 3.
Okay, that is also fills the XP bar.
Cool. So yeah, you can also advance. Detective or
Okay.
March?
Yeah, looking back, I feel that Dog Detective did hold to their morals despite making things more difficult for them.
Mhm.
But I don't think they got any closer to achieving either of their current goals. Not significantly so.
Okay.
I think that okay, so I think that my goal is to get an autograph from famed mystery novelist Jan Hansi. Uh, I think I did make progress towards that since now I know where they live.
Mhm.
Uh, and the moral so the moral does this specifically refer to like the morals of like the Department of Immediate Peril, like armor specific moral order, that kind of thing?
It says your morals.
My
So
okay. Okay, did we steal that sword last time, or did we leave it there from the church?
We left it.
Yeah, you did not
Okay.
take any swords.
Yeah, I'll say that I stuck to my morals then.
Cool.
So I guess I take 3 XP. Is that right?
Yeah,
One
you take
for-
3
okay,
total.
cool. I also have advanced.
Cool. I probably probably should ask y'all to do this off screen or off stream, but I mean, if anyone has like strong thoughts for what they want to do, they can. Also, we can just like hold advancements if we want to. Um, up to you all, really.
I don't have any strong immediate thoughts on advancement. I'll have to look it over.
Okay.
Personally.
We can definitely like take a longer break if we want to, like after the first hour, and then give y'all time to do that. Because that was kind of my bad. I think for now we'll get started though. So last time, does anyone want to review what happened last time?
Okay.
Go ahead.
The best summary I can come up with is we informed our leadership at the Department of Immediate Peril that we were planning to go into this look at research into Braga's disappearance. They warned us against it and said it was probably a bad idea, and that it's against the wishes of the staff. But we think it's the right thing that we all agreed with each other that we think it's the right thing to do, and we should probably do it anyway. And then we split up to pursue a couple different avenues of investigation. Seb and Dog Detective went over to go see the hospital where they had figured out that Braga had been staying at before her disappearance. And the two of us met some of the Black Stars and got inside to get a look at some records. And then Beast and March decided to go visit the, I believe it's was it the Temple or Fellowship of the Moth?
I think
The parish.
The
yeah.
Parish of the Moth. They visited the Parish of the Moth. As there seems to be some things in their holy text that relate to the current state of affairs, and a bit of a mystery surrounding their prophet figure, who has in the past been March September's favorite mystery writer.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty accurate summary. And then Dog Detective and Seb got blown up.
Sad.
That's where we left off.
Yeah, we blew up and died. It's very sad.
Yeah, there was a bomb somewhere in the file room of the hospital that they went to investigate.
Yeah,
Sad.
I don't know why y'all bothered with advancing. You should probably be making new characters right now.
Yeah, I think I know what move I want to take for my advancement.
It's
Sure.
just like one of those rooms in Fallout 4 where they hid the landmine under the floor
Mhm.
when the devs put the room together. So like there's no way we could have actually seen it because we weren't spamming the VATS key the whole time.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So I think I'm gonna take Lucky Coin.
Lucky coin. Let's see what that does. Lucky coin. Lucky coin. When you trigger a move, you can, if you have time in-game to flip a coin, you can do so in real life. Instead of rolling with the questions, choose heads or tails and flip a coin. If you choose correctly, you get +2. If you choose incorrectly, you get +0. That's really fun. What does this look like, and what is the material?
What it? It probably gave up on trying to bribe people with that hard drive of money, that Bitcoin money.
I thought you gave that away already.
I don't think so. I don't think anybody wanted it, right?
Yeah, I don't think anyone did.
Yeah, I probably smashed it and took out the little magnetic disc, and I'm using that.
That's fun.
So yeah, the look is that, and I guess it's metal.
Cool. So now we have a coin here. I think what I'll do is I think it's fine if I always roll with the coin. Like it's only really relevant when we're gonna roll with your thing, but it doesn't matter if it's there. It doesn't really affect the luck that much.
So Eclipse, I need to ask out of character. How
Yeah.
much money did that hard drive hold in like Sable Spire coins?
In Sable Skies in units,
Yeah.
probably like 100 units. It's not that much.
I was hoping this is like a Trevor Choa billion. And I just like smashed it.
No, it was a smaller one.
Sad.
Anyways, I think we'll start with Seven Dog Detective. You there's like a moment where you realize what's happening, and then there's just this huge like fiery explosion. Both of you will take 2 harm if you don't roll against it, or 2 stress if you don't roll against it.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll against it.
Cool. And I assume this is without your coin, because I don't think you're gonna have enough time to react.
Yeah, I don't think I have enough time to react.
Yeah, this is daring do, by the way, when you have to avoid danger.
I would also like to attempt daring do as well.
Okay, I'll start with Seb. What is Seb doing to protect themselves in this situation?
I'm gonna try to roll out of the room. Try to roll.
You're doing a dodge roll?
Uh,
Okay, do you think that's flashy or impressive?
I think rolls. If you're able to do rolls well, they're flash impressive.
Okay, did you say this might happen?
No.
Yeah, I don't think you did. Okay, so you are... Okay, so you get a +1. That's a 12, actually. So you avoid the danger. So Seb like dodge rolls out of the way of this thing and is like completely unscathed. And like this like the like debris from the door like flies open, or like flies away like towards this clerk who like ducks out of the way of it. What is Doc Detective doing to get out of the way?
It's Hanna-Barbera Scooby-Doo run.
Do you think that's flashy or impressive?
I mean, some people might think so.
Yeah. I think that's flashy or impressive in some cultures.
I think you saw
other people might look at my feet and wonder how they're doing that little thing where they become circles for a bit. And
yeah, all right, I'll give you that. Did you say this might happen?
Goodness, no.
Okay, +1. 13. Crit. 6 and 6. Yeah, no. Dog Detective manages to like out of the way, and get out of this room.
I do a big like spit take first, where my eyes kind of bulge out of my head, and my cigarette is just hovering in midair.
Yeah.
Wow.
You okay?
I'm like 2 hallways over now.
God. Did you go back towards the lobby, Dog Detective?
I think I did, yeah.
Okay. Sweet Tyler is like crouched and like I think like kind of instinctively like goes for the phone for the bureau, but then like realizes that you're here and it's like no, I think they call the fire department anyways. They'll call the fire department. They like reach for the phone and they're like, hey, we just had an explosion at the hospital. And I think before like you're really able to like react, you hear like stomping boots outside. And you see the like police, the what do you call it? The like Icy City police, who are just these like strange kind of faceless beings made of like woven silk and plates and like chunks of amber, and like they have like this like pale mist kind of just like rising off of them. And they're just like rushing towards the hospital.
Explosive patience, am I right?
I think Doug Detective's first priority, once he's recovered from the immediate shock, is to see if anybody got hurt and get on rescue duty.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone got hurt. I think the only people who are really in danger of that were you two, although there is like there's a fire like isolated to that room that's like slowly consuming everything in there. And like everything in there is just like thrown, like there's just like papers in the air getting like immediately incinerated as like they touch the flames on the ground. And there's like this like orange glow coming from that file room.
Hey, Tyler, someone hid an incendiary device in your records room.
Incendiary. How the hell could that have happened? I'll have to talk to my boss. The fire department's coming, but God, fucking cops.
You didn't call them, did you?
No, I called fire. I don't know why they're showing
Why-
up.
How did they get here so quickly?
I mean, they're all over the place these days.
Should we deal with them? You want us to go talk to them?
I mean, it might be good. Like, I don't know how to deal. Like, I've heard some bad shit about those people. But I don't even know if they are people. But they're scary.
Alright, Doc Detective, you wanna go talk to the cops?
Okay. Tyler, you I guess you follow your emergency procedures like you've trained for, and Seb and I will go and see what these entities want.
Cool. I'll start. I mean, I think we have a fire extinguisher somewhere around here, and they like start rushing to try and help with the fires as best they can without getting hurt.
Remember to prioritize your own safety.
I think I'll be right.
Don't melt. Sugar melts really easily.
I mean, thankfully I'm at a hospital, so if anything bad happens, I think I should be fine.
Well, I guess we should go confront these beings here and see what they're about.
Yeah.
I guess we'll go out the front door and see what the cops want.
So, as you exit the front door, you see that like the cops are like in two lines. They're like 4 on each side, so they're like 8 total. And I think as they see you, they part, like the two halves split and like kind of turn into like an arc surrounding you and surrounding the entrance. And like the shadow of like through the mist that's rolling off these cops, the shadow of a horse is visible. This like massive like riding horse, like covered in like this like terrifying like spiked armor. And the horse pushes forward, and you see it has eyes that are like glowing yellow but like flecked with the stars. And its every step seems to create like a like black fog with like skulls kind of like rising off of it. And the horse like stares first at Seb and then at Dog Detective and says, "I don't think you're supposed to be here."
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, a dog detective here was really sick. I ate some chocolate. We had to go to the hospital.
It's very unfortunate. It smelled so good, but then I had forgotten momentarily that it is poisonous for me.
You're with the Bureau.
Can the Bureau not go to the hospital when they're sick?
You have your own medical facilities, don't you?
Well, it was an emergency situation. This was the
Yeah.
closest place we had, you see.
Yeah. Do you know how dogs get when they eat chocolate?
I had to get my stomach pumped before I died.
What were you looking for? Tell me.
I was looking for a stomach pump.
Yeah, you look for the cure for chocolate.
Um,
Apparently, there's a really explosive patient.
I don't think they look convinced, and they take another step forward, and they like gesture towards the barrier where temporal lag becomes the forest that you can see like slightly towards the south. And they say, "Do you know why these worlds were split? Why they were broken?"
I assume some sort of disastrous calamity.
I suppose so. And they like gesture towards themselves with one hoof and say, "I am that disastrous calamity."
Why would you be proud of that?
That sounds like a mean thing to do.
I don't take much pride. I am the World Breaker. It's an honor to meet you.
Can you stop?
I've heard a lot about your department.
Can you stop? Our job is to solve world-ending stuff, and we need to ask you to stop.
Oh, I've had my fill. Don't worry. I've sated my hunger. Tell me.
Can you like write that down in like a written word,
What?
like in a contract?
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't have opposable thumbs to hold a pen.
It's never stopped me before.
Listen. We will back off from this situation. But I recommend you do as well. If you get what I mean.
Well, I mean, we're not really equipped for firefighting right now. But the fire department's on the way, so looks like everything's under control.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about this fire. I'm talking about the fire that consumes the entire city. I'm asking
What
you
are
not to deal with it.
Dog detective looks at the city. It doesn't look on fire.
Yeah.
Are you seeing something I'm not?
Are you okay? The city's not on fire.
Listen. For your sake, for the sake of your friends, for the sake of your families, for the sake of this patchwork world, I encourage you not to look into Braca.
Who says we're looking to Braca? But if we were, why shouldn't we?
My friends will crack down on you.
That kind of seems like a threat.
It is.
Threats are bad, you know. You shouldn't do those.
Well, these are bad times. I was hired for a job. I'm enforcing my end of my contract.
You know, it doesn't have to be a bad time. You know, it could be some good times.
Elaborate.
You just choose to stop indulging in bad times, and you could, like that. I don't know what contract you got into, but you could surely just break it.
It is with the tribunal. Do you think that you simply extradite yourself from a contract with the tribunal? I don't think so.
I mean,
They were gone forever ago.
what's the worst that could happen?
There are many things that could happen. Far worse than you'd possibly imagine.
I mean,
What's the best that could happen? That's a much more important question.
I get out with my life.
that seems pretty good. You know, the bureau. We actually have an entire department dedicated to helping people get out of binding contracts Nothing as big as Tribunal, but we could help.
Your bureau is not much better. They only
You
do
know
what they do as an act of convenience. Their service to you is useful for them for now, but there will come a time when they abandon you.
So do you not want to get out of the contract?
I will not be convinced to put my life on the line for some silly games. You're below me. This is below me.
You're the one who came here.
I've come to give a warning. That's all. We can leave. And I think they turn around and get going. With the cops.
Well, that sure was sinister.
Beast and March. You were last at the parish. Do you think you've moved on since then?
Did we get everything we wanted there? Because we were looking for like info on the flesh, right? So
Yeah, you got the
Uh,
book, and you learned where Jan Tunsi lives.
Mm-hmm.
so maybe we've moved on. Maybe that's our next destination. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you
I
think?
think that sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah, I forget where I said. I forget which direction I said it was in. So I'll just say there's a clock tower. It's yeah. What was that, Jacqueline?
There is a clock tower somewhere.
Yes,
This is true.
there's a clock tower somewhere. It is old and slightly worn down. It's part of the architecture of Temporal Lag, but it is very. It's definitely from a different era, and it's kind of surrounded by this like district of these like smaller concrete and brick houses and businesses. So it's kind of this like the tallest thing in this district, and I think also like since the the great cataclysmic event that happened, there's been like fungus like growing all over this area, so they're just like big mushrooms like growing out of these smaller buildings and out of the clock tower itself. But yeah, I think like we see Beast and March arriving at the entrance of this clock tower. There is a like an iron like a wrought iron fence around it with a gate that's locked. And like the grounds like look like completely unattended. I think it's like getting darker, so like the sky is kind of like moody and cloudy. There's maybe a little bit of rain. Like everything is kind of like slick with like fungus and ice. It doesn't look particularly inviting.
Yeah. I think March on this trip here substituted her usual novel for just like her nose has been inside of the parishioner's book the entire time.
Yeah. I think like March has gotten at this point like the kind of the gist, which is that it reads very much like Jan Tansi's other work, but it feels like what Jan would write in a dream.
Right.
And it describes a. It doesn't really directly describe anything. Like you don't see like the words temporal lag or the icy city, but it does describe like as the Holy Maiden said, like a point in time in which like many places will become one place and they will be bound together by the same like divinity as this like it kind of like cuts between like the future and the past, and like in the past like it describes like a hero who never existed, this like fictional hero Braca who like won all these battles for what's now the Bureau, like for the revolution that was fighting against the tribunal, and then it like cuts forward to the future where Baraka is lost, and there is a like her flesh like coats the land, and like there is a there's this like great cocoon that is host both to like the past and the future, and the the uh dying, suffering old world, and the new world that is desperate to be born. And it kind of just stops there, but there is an implication that like Baraka is out there and like looking to like go into this cocoon and free the moth within it, which isn't described in much detail, but is kind of like this living embodiment of a maybe a what's the word, like a difficult future, but a future that like a possible future. So yeah, that's kind of the vibe of the book.
The editing is really not as tight on this one as usual. I'm not super impressed, but it's interesting though. This place is kind of scary.
Yeah. Does the
Uh,
book mention this place?
uh, I sort of flip through the pages again. Do I find anything that looks like it could be like clock towery?
I think there is like a the narrator of the text is a magus who lives in a tower.
Ooh,
Lives in the top of a tower.
okay. Yeah, I think maybe this is sort of like an author insert situation, and maybe we need to, um, ascend the tower, as it were, and it's kind of like a metatextual thing. I think I don't know, but I guess we have to go up there.
Should we knock?
Oh, oh, that might be a good idea. Uh, and Marsh does this thing of like she like, okay, I'm gonna put my book down now so I can knock. But then she's like, oh wait, I was already holding my other book in the place where I had like, and so I'm like, oh, can you knock? I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, Beast goes up and he slams his uh their tail against the door.
Just to be clear, it's like an iron rock gate that's like kind of surrounding the grounds.
okay.
Okay, so against the gate.
Yeah, that still should
Is
make
there like
a
a
ruckus.
doorbell or anything?
There is a like an actual door to the tower itself. But that's like beyond the.
It's
You could probably
beyond
pretty
the
easily
gate.
hop the fence if you just want to say that you did that.
Okay. And
Yeah.
there isn't one of those like things you ring outside the gate where it's like, this is who we are. We're here to do this and this.
No, this is like I would
There's no
describe this as
ring
like
doorbell.
yeah, this is like late colonial, early industrial era. If we're talking like
Okay.
American architecture.
Would you say that like when it comes to the architecture of this place, it's like temporally lagged behind the surrounding area?
Yes, I would say that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with having cop the fence.
All right. So then he slams his tail against the door now.
Well, sorry to be a stickler for for spatial details, but yeah, Beast slams their tail against the door, and I think there's like a voice from within that's like, ah, yeah, made me drop my paints. I'm coming, and a person, you hear like a person kind of like slowly walking towards the door, and the person who opens the door is clearly not Gentonsi. It is an older man with half of his face is like a squid, like it's just a squid that's like living there, and
Which
like
half?
I think his left half,
Okay.
but it's like the I guess more of a quarter, like it's like his eye is like a squid eye, but then he has like a full mouth. there's like tentacles coming out of his head. I think it's kind of like short like graying hairs on his head, and he's wearing like he's like wrapped in like a very comfy but heavy looking blanket. And he says, "Who are you people? How do you get past the gate?"
Hop the gate.
Yeah, we plenty of kids doing that. Come inside. Come inside. I gotta. I won't be much for conversation. I gotta work my paintings, but I mean, I have some things in the freezer if you want to take a look, some meats and stuff. And he kind of leads you into like this very cramped, like floor apartment of this clock tower.
So you're an artist.
Like as you enter kind of the main room, he's got like all these like paints like scattered about everywhere. He's got like easels and like half finished canvases everywhere. And he like frowns at March and says, "Artist? No, 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 no. I'm an auteur. You see, I
Oh.
I've done my work to get to that status. They, well, I can't spend much time in the Sovereign these days, but I've finished many great works, and I'm just this close to finishing my next one. I just need a little bit more time."
This doesn't happen. I think she's like has to stop herself from making a comment about like, oh, there doesn't have to happen to be like an aging filmmaker and like an aging poet somewhere in this tower too. It's like the land of forgotten auteurs. Uh, but instead she's like, oh, that's very cool. It's your work seems very great.
Yeah, well, it'd be easier to get my work done if the lady upstairs wasn't always bothering me about getting outside and all that.
Lady upstairs?
Yeah, the old friend, Jan.
Jan?
Yeah.
Oh. Um, is your friend home right now?
Yeah, I don't know why you'd ask. I mean, she never really got very far. Like, she had a chance to become an auteur like me, but she just didn't have it in her. She'd rather write her little mystery books.
Of course, of course. Uh, and there's like March is like gripping her like fist. She's like trembling. She's like you disrespecting the art of the mystery novel. Just like, oh yeah. Well, it's been very lovely to chat. And then she's like realizes that she doesn't have this person's name and just sort of trails off.
Yeah, there's a stairway going up. I think like inside of March, Jima is like kind of also shivering a little bit.
What's the deal?
I I may have never mentioned this to you, but I've met Jan.
What?
But we can talk about it when we're all together. It's fine.
What do you mean when we're all together? Are you gonna like what are you gonna do? Okay.
I'll figure it out. I'll do something.
Uh okay, so I guess I'll just keep ascending the tower, hope that nobody discovers that my dead grandma is living inside of me, but I guess maybe that'll be blown out of proportion soon.
So I think you continue up the stairs. It's like a very long ascent because like she lives at the top of this tower. And you eventually get to, I don't think it's a door, I think it's like an archway, leading straight into a, like, compared to the bottom floor, like a pretty well arranged writing studio with like a bed in it. And like you can see the gears of this clock tower, um, like kind of in disrepair, but still like hanging over everything, and just like this like huge arced uh structure, and then you get the like shot that I'm just gonna steal from the A Series of Unfortunate Events movie of like Jan Tansy, like I think she's facing the clock itself, on like a I think it's like an older like blocky computer, and she's just like typing away, working on some sort of mystery novel.
Was there an author, like an what's it called? Like an author picture in the back of her books usually?
Yeah, it was I think like I think there were always joke like it's the what's his name, the guy who people always joke about looking scary.
Uh, I'm not sure.
I think she had a
Oh,
scary vibe.
gotcha, gotcha.
um but like I think like she always kind of had like a like the pic that they took of her, like I guess she couldn't get it redone, like she was just kind of like smiling very widely and her eyes were kind of like very like focused. um
Okay.
she has like kind of soft curly ginger hair with a white streak kind of down the left side, um like slightly broader shoulders, and I think like right now she's wearing like a very comfy cardigan, um, that she has buttoned up, and I guess she's not wearing shoes because she's at home, but it's very cold up here, so she's nice and bundled. Um, and I think when you enter, you see her. Her eyes look a lot more gentle than you expected. I think like she always had that intense look, and I think she looks like I think it's clear that it's less that she like has an intense face and more that she's like not particularly photogenic. Um,
Right.
so I think as she sees March, what book is March holding right now?
Oh, oh, that's really hard. Like, I think she has one in each hand. Like, I think she's holding What the Milkman Forgot in one hand, and kind of stuffed into her jacket, but she's still holding it is like the Parish and the Moth book.
Uh, I'm did asparagus let you in?
Um, March like tries to say something, but is like kind of overwhelmed, so kind of like looks at Beast.
Asparagus the Artor?
Yeah, the auteur.
Yes, and we also hopped the fence.
We did hop the fence. I'm sorry. Uh, hi. My name is March. I are are you the are y- are you it's nice to
She's a
meet you.
fan.
I'm a big fan.
I see. Well, you're holding one book that I'd be happy to sign, and another that I would prefer not to. Uh,
So you'd like it if I didn't call you the Magus, then I'm guessing.
yeah, that was a. We all have that era. I mean, not really, but uh, it's it's hard.
I
Writing
was
up in the suburb was rough.
A
I
lot
was
of
goth
people
for a while. Oh, sorry.
a lot of people seem to really believe in this.
What? Okay, wait. First of all, I think you look great right now, but I'm sure you looked good in your goth era. What do you mean people believe in this? I don't really go around much.
There's a whole church around this book.
Oh, fuck. Oh my. Ugh. Okay. Listen. But by the way, Jan, I'm sure I don't know if you know, but what are your names? Just so I can.
This is Beast. This is Beast. I'm March September Ward. You can call me March or March September or March September Ward if you want to. Or March. Did I say that already? I think I said that already. Sorry. I'm a big fan. Did I say that? I also said that already. I know that there's like a lot of important stuff to talk about right now, but and Marsh just like holds out her copy of What the Milkman Forgot and says, "Can you sign this for me, please? I would love
Ye-
it if you."
yeah. She looks a little bit disconcerted. She'll take it, and she takes out a pen and she signs it. And as she hands it back, she's like, "Okay, we have a lot to cover. I think I dated your grandma in college."
What?
Yeah.
I I, I think it's just like audibly is like, "Grandma, you should have told me this."
Well, I listen. J- it's somewhat awkward when your granddaughter is obsessed with your college sweetheart's mystery novels.
Can everyone else hear? Because I think last time uh we described this as sort of like March sees Octavia. Is that right, Octavia?
Yeah,
Uh, but nobody else can. Is March just like yelling at the air right now?
yeah. Mark's just yelling at the air right now.
Is like college. Okay, uh uh that's a lot to process. I'm never gonna be able to read the Alabaster Scarlet again without thinking about I hope that character wasn't based on you. I just gotta hold her head in her hands.
Uh, Wait, are you talking to your grandma?
Um, sort of realizes she's talking to like her grandma's not visible. No.
Well, that's sweet. Okay. Let me start with they're worshiping this, and I think she's gonna like try to take the what did I call it again? Something of the
Parish of the Moth.
Yeah, I know it's the Parish of the Moth. Oh, the Parable of the Moth was the name of the
Oh yeah.
text. Let me actually
Yeah.
just write that down. I think she goes to take the Parable of the Moth if March leave it to her.
Yeah, there's like a moment where it's like March instinctively kind of grips onto it, like, "Oh, this is my book now. You can't take my book from me." But it's like, "Wait, that's ridiculous," and you just like lets her take it.
Yeah, and I think she like thumbs through it a little bit, and like sighs to herself. I really should have gotten an editor. Um, okay. I mean, listen, like, I get it. I think she like gestures towards the clock, where you can see like outside, like through it, um, the like full sight of like the icy city, which is just like massive, like beyond like from this vantage point. I get it. Like the stuff that I said would happen is happening, right? But I feel bad about it. Like I wrote this whole thing about a place I'd literally never been to when I was a kid, and now it's real. Like that sucks. I hate that.
Uh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Do what was your like inspiration here? Is it did you I don't know what.
I I had read about something that happened in the Sable Skies. There was a dragon that appeared because of something. I forget what it was, but it was some sort of major historical event. And this dragon suddenly appeared, and it did all this cool stuff. And I don't know. I kept hearing about stuff that was happening in the bureau, and I stuff that had happened, and I thought it would be interesting if there were some of that there too, and I just you shouldn't making historical fiction is fun, but you gotta make sure that the actual figures who were involved in it did the things they did, or else you wind up with this situation. Now history is actually like that. It feels so weird every time I hear about Braca.
So Braca wasn't real until recently?
Yeah, Braca wasn't real until I was about 15.
Huh.
Do you think that perhaps you have some seer qualities?
Maybe. But I created things like retroactively into history. So it's not just prophetic, it's retroactive too. But the things that I write now don't happen. They I mean I know there's an area of this patchwork world, the forest. There are all these animal characters there who are written by another mystery novelist who lives in the Suburn. But if you don't live up there, then the stuff that you write doesn't come down here. It's so weird.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's everything that happens up there eventually winds up being real down here. It starts as concept and then becomes reality.
Fiction becoming reality. That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not good.
I Oh no. Are so I mean you wrote this book. Do you know what do we do to make everything okay again?
I mean, someone has to find Braca, and she has to go into the cocoon.
So so the moth people were right, I guess.
Yeah. I don't even know if that moth is worth it. Like, when I was writing it, I didn't write the moth to be a good thing. Like, it wasn't supposed to be a good thing that would happen. It was just the next thing.
Maybe we still need the next thing.
Maybe. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna suck.
Mm. I This feels weird. I do you, I feel like this should be there should be more to this.
Yeah.
I don't really get it. And I think Marsh just sort of like is like, can I have the book back?
Yeah, she'll give the book back.
She kind of clutches onto it and is like, hey, well, thank you for your help.
Yeah. I hope this doesn't listen, I hope it doesn't seem like the mystery books that I write aren't important to me. They're the one thing that keeps me stable here. The fact that I had those ideas got me out of the Subvern and got me out of writing things that would actually happen. And now I just get to write things that people like you get to enjoy.
I I probably wouldn't have. This is kind of personal, but when I was younger, just a few, I mean, even it's like a year ago, I picked one of your books for the first time, and uh, it kind of helped me figure some things out. Um, Not even like I didn't even realize it was helping me with that at first, but after a while, I was like, rereading it and rereading it, and I just had some. I just it helped. So thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to think that I know what you're talking about. Um, I'm glad that it had that effect. If anything, the main thing that I wanted out of those books was just for girls like us to be able to see ourselves.
Do you know anything about ghosts? Not for any particular reason.
I don't.
Okay. Well, that's great. Thank you so much again. You're working on a new book? Is that what you're doing over there?
I am. I'm working on uh the competitive presence.
Ooh, the competitive presence. That sounds so cool. What's it about? And she's like, oh, I can't ask you about what's it about. What it's about. I have to save it. And she rubs the back of her head, like, it's like, oh, that's so cool. I'm really looking forward to it. I guess, we should go. Maybe if I help save the world, you can put dedication to me. No, that's silly. All right. We should leave.
I'd love to. Let me know if you have any questions about the parable. I I can try and remember what I was thinking when I wrote it. I don't know if that even matters, but
Oh,
yeah.
right. Beast, do you have any questions? Just like her face is like too red to think.
How big is the moth?
Uh, Bigger than the staff, probably. Like conceptually.
If we had a really big light, could we make the moth go away after it comes out?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if there's enough space for it not to change what it touches. If that makes sense.
Are we talking like Mothra?
It's Mothra.
It's like, oh god, I feel like if I explain Mothra, I have to start explaining companies again. Never mind.
I each the bureau, the potential, and the subvern each have a politic. The bureaus is the staff, the potentials is the potentate, and the subvern has the goddess. I I think the moth would be a new politic for the bureau if it were to be born. So it would compete with the staff most likely.
Hmm.
So I mean, maybe it could be drawn to a light. I'm not sure.
Well, the staff don't seem like super cool. They didn't want us investigating this.
No, they're pretty awful. They made me wait a really long time to head down here.
Maybe it'd be good to have a moth in charge.
Maybe.
How do you feel about moths, Beast?
In the summer, they are attracted to my eyes in the darkness. I don't like them.
That's fair. Um, I don't think I have any more questions.
Well, feel free.
Could we return if we have more questions?
Yeah, feel free to hop by anytime. The reason why we have that lock on there is neither me nor my buddy have enough arm strength at the moment to get it off. We mostly just hop the fence too. Don't have the tools either.
We can probably open that up for you if you wanted.
That'd be great. I mean, we've only been here a couple of years, so it's it's a lot of grounds for just us two.
March smiles and is like, "Well, it was great meeting you. I would love to talk to you again soon. Uh, I might have to ask you about what's going on with me and you and my grandma eventually. That's just weird right now though, so I'm gonna have to process that for a while.
Yeah, that's understandable. It was really nice to see you too.
And March is like, all right, I guess I'm going now. Bye.
Bye. Have a good one. Okay. So Seb and Dog Detective have gotten out of their situation. Beast and March have gotten out. Do you want to meet up somewhere, or do y'all have any other scenes that you want to do? As day turns to night.
Should we take a break, or should we?
Oh, we should.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
a break first, and then we'll decide what's happening next.
Yeah. Do you want to take a longer
So-
break so y'all can level up?
That sounds good.
How long
Yeah.
a break do we want?
Can we take like 15 minutes?
Yes, let's take 15. All right, we'll be back in 15. Bye, everyone. Hi everyone, we're back. Welcome back to It's Up to You, really. We had some folks take new moves. Jin and Jacqueline. Whoever wants to go first.
Hmm. I can go
I
first, I guess.
oh.
Oh, sorry.
you can go.
Okay. So is it possible? Could we introduce this to like a very tiny scene?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Because I am just imagining like we're out on our way out, and like there's sudden grandma communion.
Yeah. So I think as you're heading out, March's grandma says, isn't she lovely?
Uh, yeah, she's really nice. I I really do still think you should have told me about all that, but she's nice. I can see why you would have gotten along.
I do too. Oh, aren't these mushrooms nice? And like a spectral hand like reaches out. Like I don't think other folks can see this. Like a spectral hand reaches out of March's body and like
Ugh.
brings the mushroom in, and like this like little mushroom, like it's like massive fungus. Uh, the like her like March's grandma's hand like tries to like bring it in to take a closer look, and it like touches March's skin. But where do you want this to be?
Um, so what I was imagining is like across her back almost.
Okay. Yeah, so like this hand comes out of March's back and like tries to bring this mushroom in, and it just like immediately like sizzles and like creates this like patch of fungus along March's back.
Ow.
Sorry about that. And like she tries to scrape it off, and like fungus just like grows from it. I think I'm making it worse. I'm so sorry. I just
Yeah, I'm imagining just like a patch of truffles basically across her back now.
yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, what the fuck? What are you doing to me?"
I think I might have underestimated how powerful my ghostly magic is. I mean, hopefully you can get rid of that at some point. Sorry about that, my dear.
I I hope I can. And she just like tightens her jacket a little bit. Like is like, ow, it kind of hurts a little bit, but and it's like tries to move on. But I've now taken the move fungal weirdness. You're infected with fungal growth, mushrooms, slimes, etc. grow from you. I've added the personal tag truffles grow across my back. Um, and I can use this to use fungus powers.
Yeah. And Beast, do you want to do a little scene for yours too, or do you want to just like talk it through?
No, let's do a little scene.
Okay. Um, Actually, this might be a really good way to bring us into like, if y'all are interested, uh, this could be a really good way to bring all the characters back together if we want to, like
Yeah.
for dinner. Um, so I think Beast is like I think March is like maybe like in the bathroom like trying to get these these mushrooms off,
Uh-huh.
and Beast is the first to enter the Papel Gourmand, where I think maybe actually the bureau has invited you to eat. I think there's like it might just be Ministivi. Like Minis basically wants like a private update on what's going on. So invite you all to dinner. And I think when Beast enters the floor that you've been invited to, I think the manager of the Papel Gourmand is there, and they like they're I think they're like a plant person with like long green hair and like flowers kind of growing off them, and they kind of lean in and say, well, hey there, my name's what's a good name for a plant person? What's a good flower?
Rhododendron?
Rhododendron. Yeah, that's good. My name's Rhododendron. I'm the manager here at Papel Gourmand. I I heard that you and your friends helped out. I was wondering. I mean, you've been here a couple times, right? I was wondering if you had any interest in maybe having a key to the place.
A key.
Yeah, I mean, you've scratched our back. I mean, I don't see any reason not to let you into the kitchen. You seem like a nice folk.
I will accept this plate.
And yeah, I think they hand Beast this like very simple silver key, and they say feel free to use it as you need.
Okay. I am going to have dinner with my friends. I will have my regular 5 raw steaks.
Excellent. We'll get on that as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Seb and Dogtective, are you also going to the Papel Gourmand for dinner? You've been invited
Yeah.
by Ministivy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we cut to everyone at the table. You know,
At the Seb dining on the finest of wall outlets.
yeah, Seb plugged in. I think this is a nicer, like, I guess, floor of the Papel Gourmand. There's like, you know, it's not just like catered. It's like, you know, you have plates and stuff, and like they're like the cooking staff is like actually cooking. It's not just stuff from that eatery. Dringus beef roundabout. That's it.
Yeah. Isn't this a building made of like glass?
It is, yes.
Are there just like curtains drawn on it to draw on across it to stop the reflection thing?
Oh yeah, that's a really good question. Actually, I think the thing is that the glass is so clean that like
Wow.
it's almost as if it's not there.
Wow. But okay, my second question, please indulge me here. Is Ministivy using like a paper plate and
Yes, Menestivi is personally using a paper plate, and it's like looking down mostly while while he eats.
They have a special booth. They set up like a special booth for him with like curtains on all sides.
Yeah,
It's plastic cups and
yeah. Like y'all are eating in like good stuff, and he's like attached to your table, but he's like it's like kind of isolated. And he says, so I I've been thinking about it, and I'm sure you know why I invited you here. I want you all to tell me what's going on, if you're comfortable. The bureau can't work on this, but I think it's important that we do.
All right. Between you and me, there's going to be a very big moth.
Big moth. I mean, I guess I could have predicted that by the big cocoon in the sky, but interesting. Like, when is it gonna open?
That's the thing. It needs to be opened. And get this, by Braca.
Interesting. Okay. We don't know where Brock is. Do we get any closer to that?
well, we at least learned that Braca is fictional, but not anymore.
Interesting. All right. Wasn't expecting that one.
Also, Dog Detective, are you okay? Your like fur is a little bit singed.
oh, yeah. When Seb and I were consulting some records, we triggered an incendiary device. But it's okay. Nobody was hurt. And we were able to stop the cops that showed up from making the situation worse. The fire department took over not long after they left, and the hospital lost some of their records, but none of their patients were hurt. None of their staff were hurt. So
Okay.
I think it came out pretty good.
I'm sure that you can have prevented that, but that sounds like the sort of thing that we don't want happening. With the whole, with
Oh,
yeah.
Also, the big head cop showed up, called themselves World Breaker. Said they broke a bunch of worlds to build this one, and that they're under contract to find Braca and do something.
Okay, I think I've heard of that. They're like a horse, right?
Yeah, big horse, big horse.
Okay. Well, why were we at the hospital?
Well, we figured out that it was the one that Braga had been staying at before they disappeared.
Hmm. Did you learn anything before the explosion?
Uh, we're we're able to figure out that it's the hospital is that particular hospital that they were brought to. Uh, was the overall run management of the facility is with Black Star.
Okay. But we're getting jerked around here, aren't we?
I think definitely people know more than they let on, and they're all really seem really keen on stopping us from looking any closer at things.
Yeah. But where are your suspicions now? Who are you gonna look into next?
Honestly, I'm kind of worried because this seems like it's getting kind of political. Like the moth. Oh, I forgot to mention that the moth might become our new boss if it's released.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm almost like, and she takes out her journal and is like, I have a theory, and this is just one of my theories. That maybe this is, and I know I like just got hired, so maybe this is a little bit too far fetched to, or like too, out of my depth. I'm sorry, please don't fire me, etc. But what if the staff are are trying to get rid of Braca so that the moth doesn't get released? Is that possible?
Maybe. I mean, if they know more than us, for sure.
Oh, that reminds me. A name. World Breaker brought up a name. That they are apparently in debt to the tribunal, who I had heard had been gone forever ago.
I wouldn't be surprised if some sort of tribunal were involved in this, whether it be a new one or the one that, well, they're supposed to be dead, but who knows?
I mean, so is Braca, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if you're curious about the staff, we have inroads. We could get you into their offices.
That might could be a good idea. It's just one hunch, but it's like it's like Detective Conan always says, truth will prevail. So maybe we need to find truth.
Yeah. And why do you think Black Star would give us the roundabout like that?
Well, from what I me, hmm, my understanding is that Black Star is trying to find Braca to hand her over to the Heartless Princess because they think that'll make the city safer.
Say, is yeah.
What I don't know is who this Heartless Princess is or what they want with Braca.
I mean, Beast, Black Star was the one who told you that Raka was under the supervision of the Kingfishers, right?
Yeah.
So why would Blackstar be looking for Braka if she died under his supervision? Or did she? I mean, we don't know.
We do not know if Braka is dead or not. I'm leaning towards not.
Yeah. I mean, that kid found her hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, you've all earned a good night of dinner and a rest. I mean, if you want me, it's up to you all. If you want me to, I can try to get you into the staff rooms. But I mean, it's dangerous. I should know it.
Do you mean it's up to you, really?
Yeah, I would say it's up to you, really.
I would love to sleep, but would it be safer if we went at night?
Yeah, I mean they have divine qualities, but their divinity is shared. They're mostly mortal. They still need to eat and sleep. They just can't die of age.
Well, I don't need sleep, so I don't mind going at night.
Oh.
I mean, Detective looks out the window. Is the moon out? Is there a moon? Do we get a moon here?
There is not a moon, but there is the, what does it call it in Patchwork World? This is probably the closest thing to a moon that the Patchwork World has. It is the Straying Quarter. There is a secondary blob of dimensions that are just like hanging in the sky.
Yeah.
And they do like reflect light. They're like pale white.
You know, I feel like I don't know if it's a good idea, but it is an idea. So it's probably better than doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, hell, this building here is connected. I can probably get you down there from here. They're currently set deep inside of the Patchwork World. So, I mean, the elevator here has a couple of secret combinations that I have the privilege of knowing about.
Yeah, I guess that's a good idea. Are all of you okay with going too?
Yeah, I'm okay with going.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to dip before we really get in there. They let's just say I have not been completely clean myself with them, and they filled the place with mirrors after the last time.
Well, that's just rude.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they have secrets they want to protect.
Menace Dippy.
Menace Dippy?
Boy, I get it. Like he's dipping. I get it.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's funny. He's eating spaghetti and meatballs, by the way. He's
funny.
He's very polite, man. He cleans his face.
Minutes Divi. Spaghetti and meatballs.
I'm reflecting over here.
That's right. So yeah, I guess you all eat, and do you want to head into the elevator?
Yeah.
So once you get into the elevator, Ministivi like punches a couple of buttons on the elevator panel, and then like panel like lifts up, and there's like a set of like bluish organs underneath, like human organs. And he like pumps a heart 3 times, and like pumps one of the lungs, and then like he puts the elevator panel back down, and he like punches a couple other numbers, and like one of those like elaborate like uh like cartoon pianos where they have like all the like little like honks and things comes out of one of the walls, and he plays a couple of notes on that. And then the elevator just like starts like screaming downward. It is very disorienting. I think like if you don't have like good footing, you start to hover a bit. And eventually it like grinds to a slow halt. Thankfully you don't get that like thing where like you hit the ceiling, but it is kind of scary. And the elevator door opens, and you just see like I think you hear like almost like harmonic echoing. Like there's like machines that are like echoing deep down in this place that are like letting out noises, and you just see like these like dark blue hallways. And like Ministivy isn't looking, but there are like mirrors like covering some of the walls. And he says, all right, let me know when you're all off, and I'll let her rip. Be careful, don't get seen.
All right. Ultimate doggy stealth mode.
Do any of you have anything else to do or say with him before he heads back up?
I think March is just like, thank you for all your help.
Yeah, of course. Take care.
If I look in the mirrors, is like Ministivy's reflection staring at us menacingly or anything?
Yeah, there is a like I think Ministivy's reflection is Ministivy in like this like heavy silver armor with a golden 8-armed symbol. Those who have those who've watched discs will recognize this as the symbol of the cosmic seance, aka the Sable Skies like immigrants basically. And they have like a very grim look on their face, and they're holding a blade of pure light.
I don't have hands, so I can't really make a shush motion. But I can do like cover my mouth with my paws, like I'm asking it to be quiet.
It just nods, and the elevator closes, and it's gone. So yeah, I think instead of being like you turn left and there's XYZ, I think we'll just do like an abstracted roll. So who's gonna kind of lead the charge on inspecting the area?
Oh, I'm specialized in that.
Cool. So Dog Detective.
I got the nose for clues.
Are you taking your time?
Yeah, we're being careful and going quiet and slow.
Cool. I think you have help here.
Yeah, we got the whole team.
Do you have extra questions?
I do have an extra question. Does my membership in the Department of Imminent Peril help me here? And the fact that's the only reason I could even get in, so I would argue yes.
Yeah, so that's a +3. So let's see. That's a 15.
Wow.
The highest roll you can get in this game, like essentially.
Right.
On a 10+, you can ask 3 of the following questions.
All right. So the questions we can choose between are: what is being concealed here? What is most valuable here? What is the history of this place? Who was here recently? And what is useful here? Now, obviously, we're going to want to know what is being concealed here, but that seems like the coolest one to save for the end, I think. So my instinct for the first question is, what is the history of this place? Where are we exactly? Why is it here? Is this
So,
like a secret bunker?
yeah, you are in uh capital T, capital O, the office. Not to be confused with the show, which also exists.
Was it based on this office?
Yes. It's a very scary show. So this is the office, which is the office of the staff. Let me just. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is the office. This was initially a fortress, which was owned and run by the tribunal. This is where the the massacre of the tribunal's forces occurred. These wide halls were just perfect for the the rebellion, which was mostly armed with swords, to essentially rush and take down the tribunal, who were mostly armed with ranged arcane weapons, what you might describe as laser guns, but they're magical. A lot of those historical elements are not particularly visible. The only thing you can see is scratches on the walls in some places, but it is this dark blue concrete. Almost as if you took the filter off of this place, you would just see a gray set of hallways. There are rooms that look like they were maybe at one point part of a fortress, and they are now repurposed offices that are at the moment empty. It's a very eerie place.
Right. Question number 2. Who was here recently?
The Aron Esoterica was here recently. There's a being, a member of the staff, in fact, named the Aron Esoterica, who has long managed a lot of the more intense issues related to reality itself. And the reason why you can tell they're recently here is because they've emptied their office. They've taken all their things and left.
Oh. Huh. And then obviously the big question, what is being concealed here?
The thing that's being concealed here, I think you discover this by entering an office. Most of the offices are pretty boring, but you find one held by a staff member named what's a good name for a staff member? I think T. Arment. And they have quite foolishly left in front of their big bulky old computer a sticky note with their username and password.
Oh hell yeah, we logging in.
You're able to get into their emails, and you discover an exchange between them and the Heartless Princess.
Oh.
It appears that there is a relationship, a very old relationship, between the staff and the Parliament. And a lot of this seems to imply, but not outright state, that the staff as they exist now are essentially members of the tribunal who survived and just disguised themselves.
Oh no.
They've been
That's
playing a very
bad.
long game.
This is very bad. The
Yeah,
call has been coming from inside the house.
They have a vested interest in not doing anything about this. either way, and maybe actively involved in it.
March furiously scribbling in her solve it yourself book.
Dog detectives got got a pen in their mouth instead of the cigarette now, and their notebook is on the floor, and just writing everything down.
I think as you discover this, you hear footsteps coming from down the hall. And I think like as they hear you, they get faster. There is like a person in a dark suit with just like this like pale white face stepping into this office, and they look displeased. What are you doing here?
Waiting for our meeting.
IDs now.
I guess Seb will bring out their ID.
Yeah. Here you go, an ID.
Detective. And you two, just like looking between Beast and March.
I think March whispers, like, is it really such a good idea to show our IDs here?
They're staff.
We're just waiting for our meeting. Dog wink. He can't wink, so he just blinks at you really hard.
March takes her ID out then.
Yeah, Beast also takes their ID out.
March S. Ward, Beast. Department of Media Apparel. Who is your meeting with?
We were just we were told to come to this room and wait. So that they'd be with us shortly.
Well, this is my office, so I don't know who told you to wait in my office, but you need to leave.
Oh, maybe we got lost.
Well, I mean, TR, I got something actually to discuss with you. If you can come follow me.
Why is my computer on? Why are you looking at my
I don't
emails?
know.
It was like this.
If you could just follow me, I have something to discuss with you.
You gonna try throwing your weight around?
Sure.
So you have to spend experience to do this, unless you want to use your coin.
I want to use my coin.
Okay. How does the coin work again? I'm trying to remember the exact details of it.
Coin.
Okay, yeah, I think you have time to flip a coin in game. So Seb is flipping a coin, and as they try to convince this T Armament to allow this, so we'll roll all this together. That is a 6 plus 2, right? Oh wait, hang on, no, wait.
Yeah, I'm supposed to say head or tails.
Okay, so it's 6 plus something. What's your guess?
Heads.
Okay. Heads. I get a plus 2. So that's an 8. So on an 8 for throw your weight around, get most of what you asked for or something similar. Okay. Why can't I talk to all of you? We're all here.
Well, they all have their own specific meetings, but I specifically need to talk to you personally in private.
Okay, fine.
We'll just go out in the hall.
I'm gonna be recording this though, and yeah.
I mean, you really don't, because I'm already recording this.
I'm going to anyways. You three leave. I'll talk with 7 here.
All right, go out in the hall, I guess.
And he closes the door.
Is Seb gonna be okay?
What are we talking about then?
Clips, what should I probably bring out? Because I've been kind of zoned out due to some of the noises going on.
Well, I mean, I thought you were just doing a distraction.
Yeah, I was doing distraction.
Okay, I mean, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, my assumption is that you were just gonna try and patch them. I don't know.
Uh, I've been doing a lot of documents down in my department, and we are starting to run out of room for storage. We're storing them.
Well, see, we lost the artist Terika, who would create more dimensional computing space for that stuff, but it's nothing you have to worry about. We'll get it sorted out. Just, I mean, for now you can store it on your desk if you have to.
This is 300 papers that I need to be stored. I can't just put them at my desk.
Okay, well, we can probably store them in the halls down here if you need us to.
Yeah, that can work. That can work.
Listen, you're a good employee, right?
I'm pretty sure I do like 30% of the paperwork here.
Okay, well, I think you're trustworthy. So let me. I think he like closes his email. I don't know what you and your friends saw, but you got that we have to make partnerships, right?
I suppose, yeah.
We got to make friends. We're not gonna get through it out here if we're all alone. So if anything up there in temporal lag happens, just you know, try and keep your people safe. You don't have to worry about everyone else.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. Uh, keep up the good work, and we'll try and figure out a way to situate all that paperwork.
All right.
And yeah, I'll a little gesture towards the door. All right, you can bring your friends in. I don't think we have a meeting though, but I mean, I have some time, so my night shift.
I guess I'll bring them in.
Are Beast Detective and March gone at this point, or have they just been like?
I would like to, while like the door is closed, try and draw up like a fake map, like that we could have reasonably gotten lost and ended up at the wrong office before following.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I would like. Is there a thing I should roll for that? I wonder.
Let's see. Be prepared.
Yeah.
When you encounter something that you might have been prepared for, roll with the questions. Did you know someone that could have helped, and did you have adequate access to what you need?
Well, I've always got pen and paper on hand.
True.
And we never said I didn't ask Ministivy about the layout when we were riding the elevator down.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, I feel like Seb would probably have that sort of preparation in mind, just inherently. So Seb was probably all right. Let me get the map out. All right, that's the rolls today are so good. Wait, it was a 10.
Fire.
It was a 10. That's a lie. It was 10. It was a 10 or it was a 12 really.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, I've got they've got the fake map. It's like, oh yeah, we're supposed to go over here. I'm sorry, we got lost.
Yeah. So he opens the door, and you're able to do that little routine.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
It's fine. I don't. Do you know where you're supposed to be? I can probably help you get there.
Yeah. Now that I know which way is north on here, no, we should be able to get the rest of it figured out. Thanks for helping us out though. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, of course. Take care out there. It's about to get pretty bad. Or sorry, I've heard it's pretty bad.
Yeah, we just dealt with a bunch of fish raining and the blizzard and such. It's been getting pretty wild.
Yeah. All right, have fun out there. And I think as he closes the door, you see like the life in his eyes has been a performance. He like deadens the moment he He closes the door.
No, we begin walking, following the fake map. Okay, so I think we should maybe skedaddle? Unless you guys think we can, walk into another big information score like that.
Have we gotten enough information? I mean, while we're here, shouldn't we get as much as possible?
Just, worried that they probably got cameras and such, right? So, my worry is that they might now be, snooping on us for the rest of the time that we're down here.
I'll also
Oh.
add, it's a bad time being in here. I think, like, every time you do another search, I'm going to give everyone unblockable hacks. 1 unblockable hacks.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So if you wanna do the search move again, that'll happen.
I think that March really does feel like we need to get a little bit more. So I think she is going to look around.
Well,
Um,
I
Yeah.
could try doing it and using my coin.
well, I wanna
Let luck guide you.
Well, yeah. So Jacqueline, do you want to do the role here, just because like you like fictionally March feel strongly about this?
I think so.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I think she's like, oh, everything is pointing her, like her like brain is like focusing on like, oh, it has to be like the staff are involved so heavily, so
I-
she like really wants to scope it out.
I am glad we've established that Dog Detective can smell insecure computer systems.
Yeah. So do you take your time?
Probably not. I'm probably still taking the words of like, oh, we might be being watched to heart.
Okay. Also, just immediately for this, everyone is going to take 1 hex.
Sounds good.
Unblockable.
Yep.
I'm going to try generally not to do unblockable stuff, but I feel like it makes sense in this context. And do you have help or specialized equipment? I think you have help.
Yeah.
+1. Do you have any other questions from your character sheet?
Nope.
Okay, cool. +1. Ooh, that's a 3.
Oh, I love that. That's a 3.
Ask 1, be prepared for the worst.
Well, no, well, it's a 2. Oh, well, yeah, it's 3.
Yeah, it's a 3.
Hoping for a very specific move to be done against me soon. What are the
Mark,
let's see.
mark experience, I guess.
Oh, I will also mark experience. Okay, let me find these. Let me find these questions. Okay, I'm going to ask. I guess maybe what is useful here.
Hmm. Yeah. It's a good one. Well, I guess I should start by saying, your grandmother will be receiving this information.
Okay.
March's grandmother is currently possessing her.
Oh gosh. I wonder how that looks like because we've had. Does she gain like a special like look? Oh, I mean, maybe there's like a white streak in her hair now. Like her eyes are shining a little bit weirdly.
Yeah, that's fun.
Did your grandmother have a different eye color?
Oh, maybe.
Because maybe
Uh,
that's the giveaway, right?
yeah. I think that's it. I think that March's eyes are whatever color they are in the artwork.
Blue, I
That
think.
I think that's right. And her grandmother had like brown eyes.
Like that. I think the sense that you get is that like getting more information, the thing that's useful here is you. The thing that's useful to the staff is the Department of Immediate Peril. Not in the sense that like Levi or or Miss Divvy are like in cahoots with them, but in the sense that like you are doing exactly what they want you to do. They want you going around chasing after Braca when in reality, like, they're able to like enact their plans. They want you to be focused on that.
We're stooges. They're giving us the runaround.
Yeah, and also specifically they've made it like very clear that they are going to like once your usefulness is over as like, oh, the Bureau is actually doing good things, they're just going to destroy you. Like, you're going to be gone.
Patsies. That's what we've. All right. No, there's nothing for us here. We have to get out of here.
March
Only way
seems
to
different.
plan.
Well, let's finish the fiction. There's an empty meeting room. We'll just sit in here for 15, 20 minutes and pretend like we're in a meeting. And then we'll all head back to the elevator.
So remember about replacement printer ink?
Oh yeah, we do need toner roll down here.
Yeah.
While everyone's looking for toner, do we get cell reception down here?
Yes, you do.
I start googling nearest ward building, like nearest like factories or company building or whatever.
Yeah. I think Ward Cosmetics has a building in Temporal Lag. It's directly beneath the Icy City.
Great,
It's like a big city, or a big building.
great, good to know.
Yeah, so I don't think you get disturbed again, and you're able to get out of there and return to the Papelgoma. I think we should take a break.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna take a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we'll be back. Hi everyone. We've decided that it would be in our best interest to do a quick little end of session and then continue next time. So we're gonna do that. If this follows the structure of previous sub-tier release stuff, next session will be the end of this file. But who knows? We'll talk about it off stream. Especially we'll see where we are. I think at the end of that, is this the real thing? But yeah. So let's go through goals. If y'all could just like read your goals in order, in any order that you want, and tell me if you think you've advanced any of them.
My goal, I believe, is recover a memory. I don't think I have advanced in that.
Covering a memory. Yeah, probably not.
My goal was to get the autograph from Gentansi, and I did that.
Hell yeah. So I think you can just pick a new goal now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it'll be. I might have to say that for next time.
Awesome.
My current goal is to find the location of my missing friend, Firecat, which has not yet I have not made much progress towards lately.
My goal is to find and protect the person at the other end of the red thread, and we didn't really do anything with that today, so no.
Cool. I would say you all did the moral order thing. I think you all did what was right, despite it making things harder or more dangerous. But both individually and in certain situations, and in going into the staff's into the office.
Cool.
So you each get an XP for that, and 1 XP for end of session.
1 away from advancing. How exciting!
Awesome. Yeah, thank y'all for watching. Do you all want to do plugs really quick? In either order.
Uh,
Let's go right to left.
Oh, geez.
Sorry.
Okay. You're putting me on the spot, Eclipse. It's fine. Okay. I've been Jacqueline. You can find me on Twitter at Swamp Duchess, and you can find if you can find my Percy Jackson rereading podcast out on Wise Girls, and also you can find me and Eclipse on the Star Wars Actual Play Galactic 2E podcast, Pathways Unnatural.
Hell yeah. Audio bar.
I'm Audiovore. You can find me on Twitter at Dwarven Anarchy and on Twitch at twitch.tv/theaudiovore. Streaming very rarely lately, but want to do it more. It's a matter of making the time.
Cool. I'm Eclipse. You can find me here and also at twitter.com/ddemoneclipse. I'm also working on Sapphic World at Sapphic World RPG on Twitter. And send me a DM if you want to help me beat Star Scourge Radon in Elden Ring. Having a hard time with that. Fun.
If you could just ask me for help.
Yeah, but you're not up to that part of the game yet.
I could.
Yeah, it is actually kind of easy to get to.
Maybe if you help me.
Okay. Do you want to play Elden Ring tonight, babe?
Yes.
Okay, let's play Elden Ring tonight. Do you have anything to plug?
You can find me on Twitter, but I don't really post much stuff there to promote. But you can usually find me on Eclipse's channel, so check out Eclipse. It'd help. Be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm Jen. You can find me at Twitter at Neoptolemus, or on Instagram at Jen and Cats.
Hell yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. We're going to raid someone. Let's see who is up on Twitch. I did the
Is
wrong
Marcy
one.
streaming?
Oh, Marcy might be streaming. Let's see. Yeah, if Marcy's streaming, we'll absolutely raid Marcy because Marcy. Oh no, sadly. Roll Plus Bond is still streaming. I'm gonna raid Roll Plus Bond. They're raising money for Black and Pink, the incarcerated folks charity, and they're playing tabletop role playing games. So if you like what we're doing here, that'll be very similar. Except they have been doing it for a lot longer than I have. So, and they have lots of cool folks on there all the time. So go give that a little look. All right, bye everyone.